Let's talk about money manifestation, because a lot of advice out there isn't just unhelpful, it's actually harmful. Just think rich. It's like you already have money. Don't focus on your bills. That's low vibration. And when it doesn't work, you're made to feel like it's your fault, like you didn't believe enough, like your mindset isn't good enough. So today we're breaking down why most money manifestation advice is toxic and what actually works instead. One of the most common messages is if you think positively, money will come. But that ignores reality. You can't pay rent with positive thoughts. You can't build financial stability without income, skills, a strategy. This kind of advice often falls into something called toxic positivity, the idea that you should ignore negative thoughts or real problems. And research in fields like positive psychology show that while optimism can help, it's not a replacement for practical action. Thinking matters, but action matters more. Here's where it gets harmful. When manifestation doesn't work, the message often becomes you have limiting beliefs. You're blocking your abundance. You're in the wrong vibration. So instead of questioning the method, you question yourself. This creates a cycle of self-doubt, guilt, overthinking instead of progress. Your financial situation is influenced by many factors: education, opportunities, environment, access to resources. It is not just your thoughts. Some advice suggests don't focus on money problems. Don't think about lack. But ignoring your finances doesn't improve them. In fact, avoidance makes it worse. Practical money habits matter. Budgeting, saving, increasing your income, learning skills, even basic frameworks like those taught by people like Dave Ramsey emphasize structure and discipline over mindset alone. Manifestation without action becomes avoidance. Another issue, it sets unrealistic timelines. Manifest £10,000 in a week. Receive money out of nowhere. Does that happen sometimes? Maybe, but it's not something you can rely on. Real financial growth usually looks like gradual improvement, consistent effort, a long-term strategy. When expectations are unrealistic, normal progress feels like failure. This is a big one. Some messaging implies if you are not wealthy, you're doing something wrong. And that ties your value to your income. But your worth as a person is not defined by your bank balance. Separating self-worth from money is important for mental health, confidence, decision-making. Because when your self-worth is stable, you make better financial choices. So if most money manifestation is flawed, what should you do instead? You combine mindset with strategy. First, you need to build awareness. Understand your current financial situation. No avoidance. Then, improve your skills. Your income is often linked to the value you can provide. Focus on learning and growth. Take consistent action. Apply for opportunities. Start something. Improve something. Small actions compound. Use mindset as support, not a substitute. Mindset helps you stay consistent, handle setbacks, take risks, but it doesn't replace action. Be realistic and patient. Financial growth takes time, and that's normal. Here are your action steps for the week. First, get clear on your finances. Write down your income, your expenses, your savings. Awareness creates control. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to control our finances. Choose one income growing action. So that could be applying for a job with more pay, starting a side hustle, learning a new skill. Focus on growth. Then create a simple plan. What will you do this week? Keep it realistic and specific. Now is time to replace the extreme beliefs. Instead of money comes easily with no effort, try I can increase my income through consistent action. Track your progress, not perfection. Look for improvement, consistency, learning that's real progress. Money manifestation isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about combining clear thinking, practical action, and a mindset that supports growth. You don't need to ignore reality to improve it. You need to work with it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more realistic approaches to money. Until next time, bye guys.